Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd, and it is surprising to me how many gaming characters and companies that used to be hardcore video game rivals are now buddies and BFFs. People, let me tell you about my best friend. Boy, have we had a doozy in the past year when it comes to Nintendo and Microsoft. The enemy of your enemy is your friend. Is that right in this situation? I don't know. Being able to play with Xbox and Nintendo people when you're playing Minecraft, and that's spread to Rocket League and Fortnite, even the new Power Rangers fighting game. You can now log into your Xbox Live on Nintendo Switch, and Cuphead, an Xbox exclusive, is now available on Nintendo Switch. It makes me wonder, what more could we possibly get from this Xbox Nintendo hanky-panky? Well, I've come up with 5 things that I think Nintendo and Xbox could do together that would be really cool, and now I can actually say could possibly be possible. Let's see if any of them come true. If they ever come true, you gotta come back to this video and go, dude, Andre, it came true. And now on to the list. Number 5. You know, there's one thing that Xbox does really well, and that is online. Look, I love Nintendo. I hate to ever speak bad about them, but let's just say that Nintendo Online is not perfect. It could be better. It's probably worth investing in an Ethernet port plug-in. So if Nintendo's like, hey, Xbox, we can give you a little bit of a cut if you let us use a couple of them servers you got over there, then that would be pretty awesome. This could be the chance for Nintendo to actually have achievements, to be able to connect the Xbox accounts and Nintendo accounts, put them together, and then when you're playing certain Nintendo games, Nintendo can add their achievements to those games to go to your gamer score, which is now be across both consoles. I know this is not a thing for everybody, but for those people who like that sort of thing, it'd be really cool if you could start getting some achievements from all the cool stuff you do in Zelda and Odyssey and Smash and all that stuff. Number 4. So it's already been rumored a lot that Xbox Game Pass, which is the streaming gaming service where you get a bunch of Xbox games for a flat price. There's a lot of rumors saying that Xbox Game Pass will come to Nintendo Switch, and I think that would be awesome. I'm on that rumor train. I usually don't like to be all about rumors, but that's one I feel like has a good possibility of happening. Xbox Game Pass is a streaming service, so if you just log into it through Nintendo Switch, what's the big deal? Xbox still gets their money, but you just happen to be playing it on a Nintendo system. And since a lot of those games are Xbox 360 games or Xbox original games, they could probably work fine on Nintendo Switch. But hey, to get something, you gotta give something. So if Xbox is gonna be kind and let you have a good portion of their library available on Nintendo Switch, I think Nintendo can repay the favor and make NES Online available for Xbox One. Now, I get it. The old NES games and maybe the Super Nintendo games, please add Super Nintendo games. Those games are the classics, the essentials when you think about Nintendo. But it is an online service, so even if you were to play those games on Xbox, you're still paying Nintendo to play them. And think about this. If you have an Xbox but don't have a Switch, but you buy the online Switch service so that way you can play the NES Online service on Xbox One, don't you think after a while you playing those old Nintendo games and remembering how awesome Nintendo is, it might make you start thinking, man, maybe I should get a Nintendo Switch so I can play the newer versions of some of these classic characters in their games. Or you want to be really sneaky Nintendo, you throw in a little timed demo or two of a Mario or a Breath of the Wild or a Smash, give them a little bit of that taste, then they'll be like, oh, I need that. And then before you know it, holiday season rolls around, Switches being bought everywhere. Number 3. Okay, this one's gonna require a third party. So we know that Nintendo and Xbox have been doing good with having the crossplay. Minecraft, Rocket League, Fortnite, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. But there's one game that I think would be really good for crossplay. The only problem is the game is currently not on the Nintendo Switch. So I think that Microsoft and Nintendo should have a nice little 3-way with Blizzard and we get Overwatch on Nintendo Switch. Overwatch is obviously a very popular game, very colorful, has all the different characters. It seems like it would fit very well on Nintendo's landscape. It can make Overwatch more portable, or it can introduce Overwatch to a brand new audience who's been interested in it, but just never maybe had the console to play it because they've been Nintendo Prime for so long. And then once we get Overwatch on Nintendo Switch, we set up that crossplay, so if you have an Xbox, PC, or Nintendo Switch, you can play it with everyone playing Overwatch. PS4, you can come to the party too. We want you at the party, but you know, you act like you ain't got the invitation. Number 2, it is not right, that Rare Replay is on Xbox when Rare Replay has a whole bunch of games that were originally on Nintendo. We got to fix that, friends. Rare Replay on Nintendo Switch just makes sense. All those games from Nintendo, from the NES, from the Nintendo 64. Come on, Microsoft, you friends. Share that Rare, but don't just put Rare Replay on it as is. We gotta make a couple of changes, or shall we say, unchanges. Put that Nintendo logo back on the Mumbo Jumbo Banjo-Kazooie xylophone, and Conker, you're gonna have to pull out that chainsaw and bring back that N64 logo and rip that thing up once again to make it OG. There is another Rare game that you don't have on Rare Replay because it features Nintendo characters, but if you put Rare Replay on Nintendo Switch, DK, Donkey Kong, DK, Donkey Kong is here. But GoldenEye, I don't know what you're gonna do about that. I mean, unless you can get Pierce Brosnan to just license his face to Nintendo. You got Perfect Dark. It's pretty much the same thing as GoldenEye. Number one, I think you know where this is going. If Microsoft and Nintendo are gonna be buddies, it is time for some crossover for Smash. We just talked about Banjo-Kazooie. That started on the N64, so I think it's only fair to bring the characters back. We can add the Battletoads. Yeah! You don't even have to make 3 different slots for Battletoads. You can just make 1 slot, and then when people choose that slot, they can choose to be Zitz or Pimple or Rash, but the fighting moves are still the same. Do a Koopalings with that thing. So if we're getting Xbox Live on Nintendo, if we're possibly getting Xbox Game Pass on Nintendo, what better way to put a nice little cherry on top and say, you know what, at least for Smash, you get Master Chief. That would be so cool. Master Chief next to Nintendo characters, Master Chief next to Snake. That would be awesome. If you brought Doug Bowser on stage, and he's like, hey, Xbox E3 press conference, we taking your Master Chief, putting him in Smash, but he's an Xbox character. I don't care if Doug Bowser, I do what I want. Everyone will be happy. Doug Bowser is not going to like me when I keep making these references to him. But like I said, sometimes to give something, you got to get something in return. And since Killer Instinct originally was a Nintendo game, I say let's give him 1 or 2 Nintendo characters to put in Killer Instinct. That would be a cool crossover. Ridley. You already worked out to make Ridley work in Smash Brothers. Ridley fits more in Killer Instinct than he does in Smash Brothers. Have you looked at the roster? Yeah, there's a couple of humans in there, but there are a lot of creatures in Killer Instinct. Ridley would fit right in. You could also do Ganondorf or Samus or something like that, maybe Bayonetta, but I think Ridley would be a great choice to put in Killer Instinct. Just Nintendo enough to be like, wow, that's a surprise, but not Nintendo enough to feel weird to have a Nintendo character on Xbox. I'm just saying, put that in E3, show it next to Jeff Keighley at the Game Awards, make it happen. Exclusive. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 completely ridiculous requests for Nintendo and Xbox to do together. And just remember that if Xbox and Nintendo, 2 rival companies, can sometimes be friends and get along, then what does that say about the rest of us? Huh? Think about it. Are there any Xbox Nintendo partnerships that you would like to see happen? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you're seeing here, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I love the support. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000.